Yeah, I mean, that was a gameplay trailer. I mean, it's a gameplay trailer. They didn't show anything. I'm going to break down the new NBA 2K27 gameplay trailer and some of the news that have come out here recently. I haven't seen any of the video. I've seen like a few of the articles, but I haven't really read through them. So I want to kind of live react. If you're new to the channel, my name is Lance. I coach the USA Basketball E National Team where we won back-to-back gold medals. And when I was in the NBA 2K League, I won a championship with Bucks Gaming. And so we're going to be breaking this down more in like a competitive nature of 2K, more like on the 5v5 aspect of giving my thoughts on what I'm seeing in general. For this video, I'm going to have it muted for you guys because I don't know what music is going to play, but here we go. Derrick Rose. It's pretty cool. Victor. Hopefully we can actually see some like dribble moves and stuff or something. But oh, there we got LeBron in the Philadelphia jersey. Oh, between the leg, behind the back. Wait, I'm pausing this 1 second. Is that bro? Imagine getting this animation. You don't mean to. It might be pretty good. We'll see. Definitely not, but you never know. Dunks. Oh, he got landed pretty tough. So far, it looks pretty good. Just for a trailer aspect, there's really nothing to go off of when it comes to how the game's actually going to look. Ball over everything. Some step back. I mean, look how late the hand up is on this contest. That's kind of funny. They just have Paul George playing zero defense. So now we'll switch over more on the... they came out with like an article, and that went into a little bit more detail on some actual news of the game. But, I mean, the trailer was okay. Okay, so we'll start with the FAQ page. Then we'll get into like the actual article, which is after this. Some of the stuff I just wanted to kind of touch on. So the physical and digital of 2K27, September 4th. So that's not too far away. I'm kind of interested in what to see in the deluxe edition versus the ultra. So NBA 2K27 deluxe, digital only. It looks like it is it next gen only, like, or current gen, I guess now. The new Xbox and PlayStation. Yeah, it looks like it. 100,000 VC, up to 7 days of early access. It's crazy. Oh, that's what they've always done. That just felt way more than normal. Skill boost, Gatorade boost, Wimby jersey, Caitlin Clark jersey. And then Ultra, you get, was that 35,000 more VC? Yeah, that's not much. Season 1 Pro Pass, you don't get that here? Nope. Okay, up to 7 days of early access. You get My Team stuff. MyCareer, you get Derrick Rose oversized hoodie. Okay. Limited time offer, what's this? Pre-order. You get 15k VC, a race car helmet, and a GOAT Steph Curry My Team card. Plus a hyperdrive suit and a 90 overall Victor Wimby My Team. All right. Only NBA 2K27 standard versions for the Switch. Early access, up to 7 day early access will be offered to players who pre-order Deluxe Edition or Ultra Edition. Early access begins August 28th at 9 a.m. PT. Will NBA 2K27 be available for Gen 8 platforms? No. Oh, okay. So one thing about like the competitive space with that is I know a lot of people, I don't really know the consensus that's going to be like in general with that. I think it's better to have everybody on just one console, but I get that by now people have had the opportunity to get the new console, but I get it's expensive and stuff, but I feel like having one game and its next gen or a cross gen or cross platform, I think that'll just be entirely much better for just playing the game, in my opinion. Crossplay. Okay, yep. In NBA 2K7 across PlayStation 5, Xbox. You can co-op matches online, so pretty much normal. Okay, the big one, the Season Pass is back. Of course, it was going to be back. There's no reason to not have it back. Several ways to earn brand new content in 2K27. Season Pass rewards ladder and Season Pass. These reward systems are combined into one path, meaning you'll level up regardless. Sounds like it's the exact same. Kind of going to skim through some of these. Pro Pass is $10. Earn up to 40 premium rewards, 45,000 VC. And then the Hall of Fame Pass is 20, including everything in the Pro Pass. 15% XP booster, 10 level skips, pass upgrade, and then level skips, $2. So a lot of the same stuff. So does the FAQ continued left-right cheese? Now, I heard a lot of people saying like, oh, they seen that in disc, like that means the left-right's out of the game. I think it's just a play. Like, I don't see, it's basketball. How are you going to take left-righting out? So that'd be impossible, in my opinion. But apparel, brand spotlight, jerseys, starter pack. All right. Heat check. So that shows heat check back, which I always like. I thought that was pretty good. Join the squad. So we have rec. Let's see. Is that too big? Okay, so we have smarter AI shot contests. This year, we focused on creating a more balanced, more rewarding gameplay experience with enhancements on both ends of the court. To achieve this fully, we needed to make AI defenders feel more impactful, especially on defense. AI defenders in 2K27 will now contest more shots effectively, addressing a frequent point of feedback within the community. We recognize that AI defenders can be frustrating teammates in modes like the rec, surrendering their position easily. Now they'll do a better job of contesting and won't be as effective by triple threat step overs. I like this because if you ever played solo rec or just rec in general and somebody lags out or quits, like, and the other team knows what they're doing, they will 100% spam that AI's defend or offensive player like the whole game if they want to win. It is interesting to see like how difficult it's going to be, because sometimes, to be honest, like if you were off ball besides like just shooting, sometimes like going against the AI was pretty tough. Like it'd just be hard to like move around. And I've always said every time I play, like the AIs are the greatest rebounders ever to me. I always feel like they worm you, especially with playing center a lot. I think this is good. I mean, of course, it's going to be a hit or miss. Like sometimes no one's going to have fun against AIs is pretty much what's going to happen. But I guess it's going to like negate the cheesing kind of players. But now if you load in the other team has a bunch of AIs, they actually might, be better than your team full of people, because if the AIs make their shots and they play D, it's like, all you need is a playmaker, and people leave the AI wide open. So we'll see how offensive based they are still, but I actually think it's an all-around good improvement. All right, the improved dunk meter. So this year we're adding a new layer of skill to finishing at the rim. All dunk attempts must now be timed using the dunk meter. I think this is good. I'll read all this and I'll kind of give you my consensus on that. In NBA 2K26, the dunk meter remains static regardless of what happened midair. For 2K27, we made the meter fully dynamic and created more realistic outcomes in the process. It now continuously elevates defensive positioning from the moment you take off all the way through the finish. For example, slashes will be their defender with a quick first step and attack in open paint. We'll see their green window expand. However, a defender managed a late closeout after a clean takeoff, the green window will shrink, making the dunk tougher to complete. Okay. I do think that having the dunk meter in the game, but then not making you use the dunk meter every time, I think is just bad. I think there has to be like skill to it. But with that, like I forgot what badge last year, like the dunking was like insane. It's going to be hit or miss with the dunk meter. I think it should be a skill thing, but also at the same time, there's plenty of times where like you feel like you have a wide open dunk and like somebody late jumps or something and your meter just disappears completely. So I just like that. I like the game being more skilled in general, like you having to not just have things auto happen. Like if like for shooting versus dunking versus like layups, all that stuff. So if dunking ends up being really bad early, you might see a lot of like layup builds or something. If layups are easier, we'll see. It's just really there's so much gameplay things you just can't judge all of these things off of yet because you haven't seen the game at all. Now if you want to like count the players that are on the cover, which I've never really done that, but like Derrick Rose, kind of a slasher. Victor, he can dunk the ball easily. He can shoot too, and then Caitlin, can shoot, but sometimes that might have an effect on the style of the game, but probably not. But I like the idea of the game being more skillful, and so any way that we can bring more skilled things to happen. I just hope that they still like reward people like builds that can dunk well. Like I know they said like you get your first step ahead, but who knows like what the defensive badges are going to look like or feel like if you're able to even like get there, and then let alone a pro-am or like, with like rotations, like bigs coming out of the corner. We'll kind of see like the angles and stuff. It's going to be interesting to see, but overall I like it. All right, now the good stuff, the MyPlayer Builder. All right, so we do have new badges. NBA 2K27 features 53 total badges, an increase from 40. We removed 6 badges from last year, but added 19 new badges and made updates to the returning badges to ensure a balanced experience. This year, we want to push players towards their strengths and experiment with new badges to craft builds that are more unique. Here's a sneak peek. Okay, here we go. Pace. Increase the overall sprint speed of the ball handler in all offensive situations. Sprint speed of the ball handler. Okay, so speed with ball. Wall up decreases the opponent's shot chance when playing hands up defense. Okay. And flash improves overall movement during transition offense without the ball and defense. So this one is just going to be, I'm wondering like exactly what badges they removed and replaced. Like for instance, like pace, that increased the overall sprint speed of the ball handler in offensive situation. So, you know, that could change the dynamic of rec and pro-am. Like there's always going to be fast breaks, like throwing the ball up the court to like your shooting guard or lock or whatever. But I mean, if you can get the ball early to your point guard and like this pace badge kicks in and you just fly up the court, I wonder if it will also pace. Like I wonder if it'll kick in on like inbounds. Like if you're bringing the ball up the court as a point guard, like other team scores, your point guard gets it. I wonder if the pace badge will activate there, because that might affect like your ability to press as like a lockdown. But they might have a badge for that. Or is pace only, it says in all offensive situations. So like center gets a rebound, kicks right over his point guard. Now pace kicks in to run up the court. Or I wonder if pace happens past half court, or if it's just like a full court badge where like it kind of turns off when you pass half court. The way that this looks, it says it just increases the overall sprint speed in general. So maybe if anytime you have the ball, pace is kicking in. So yeah, it could definitely change, you know, the way that you can press certain point guards if that badge is overpowered. Especially with a little bit ago where it said like you have your first step with the dunking, that and usually like this equals blow-bys kind of thing. So we'll see how that goes. Wall up decreases the opponent's shot chance when playing hands up. I mean, in the paint, that'll do stuff, but it just, I mean, of course, we don't know the game, but posting up, that is always like OP early, so that might help negate it a little bit. But my thing is like with contests, like almost all your players on Pro-Am and Rec, like they'll put their hands up. So that'll be, I wonder if like the tip passes are back, like off the hands, like when you just stand in front of the player, put your hands up and they try to throw a pass. So wall up being there, I can see the benefit of it. We'll just see how much it can affect. Not a bad idea of a badge though. Flash improves overall movement during transition offense without the ball and defense. Now that badge, all the shooting guards out there, maybe in locks, depending, are like feasting for that badge. They'll 100% want that. There's a lot of good Pro-Am shooting guards that will definitely want that flash badge as high as they can get it. Especially if you can really feel a difference, because this last 2K, I mean, you had to have like a certain speed and like to get one, you had to need a certain speed to get down the court fast on transition. And the second one, if you didn't have enough speed to get back also, and the other offensive shooting guard had too much, like it was like just a little battle, just like back and forth, like who can take off faster. So now there's a whole badge for that. That I wonder if like the difference, the biggest thing is like with the badge versus without, like how do you get the flash badge, which of course it has to come from physicals, I would assume. Like both those, I mean, pace will have to do with ball handling, but flash for sure sounds like a physical. But you don't want 5 players zooming around the court like that, in my opinion. Or like this, like 2 6'8" shooting guards with legend flash. That would be like, yeah, we'll see how overpowered that is. But that badge could be insane. It could be a make or break kind of badge. It just depends on like how you get the badge and like the difference of speed. So, all right, cap breakers. The biggest thing that 2K added was cap breakers. Like, I think cap breakers was, whoever thought of that idea at 2K is a genius, not only for the revenue aspect of it, which is a whole different topic, but I think like playing the game to get them and then getting them to like actually be able to play the game late is like so big. So it adds a whole like strategic dynamic. Like one thing, the builder's already super like, sometimes it'll hurt your head for a while until you like really understand it. And then you have the cap breakers. My only complaint about cap breakers before I read this was, I'm hoping this year, whenever you get your cap breakers, that it will, okay, if you like, what was it? Like when you put your badges all the way to like max, it was supposed to max out your badge, like the second rebirth, or is it rebirth? But then if you cap break your build, the badges wouldn't max out to like the legend that they were supposed to be at with the cap breakers. So you still had to grind badges even post that. I just hope they fix that. So cap breakers are returning for NBA 2K27, and based on community feedback, players can now see a preview of attribute boosts directly in the builder. Oh, okay. That means like how much the attribute is going to be able to raise, because before you had to make the build, think about your cap breakers, load the build in, see what +8, +10, +13, +1 you got, and then you'd have to go back, delete the build, redo the cap breakers for hours. That's what that is. Yeah, I used to sit with like other players in the pro-am scene, and then myself just like for hours tweaking, like, oh, you put your block at like a 37 and unlocks a +10 over here. It's like insane, the level of like kind of like scientific, breakdown you got to get to. So gone are the days of creating builds, entering the city repeatedly just to go and find the most optimized cap breaker layout, enjoy a more streamlined experience, and spend more time competing in the city. That's really good to actually do. Okay, my team. I'm not a big my team fan or my team player. I like my team watching it. So I'm going to probably skip this. Not really my forte, but hopefully my team. Now, I do like my NBA. You're bored. So back to the basics. One of the goals of my NBA was to improve the core franchise experience by taking a grassroots approach. Community requests, such as including the effects of the second apron. Oh, man, they're making it as real as you can. Adding the ability to offer a no-trade clause, among many other features. The city's accessible and centralized layout from 26 connected players to games faster. I did agree. I did like that they're like making the city smaller. Because having to run for however long or whatever just to get to play the game is just, I didn't like that. So like having like the park in the middle and like rec and pro-am, like I like the layout. New nighttime neon aesthetic. Okay, I like to run it back actually. I'm not mad about that. Like people want a whole brand new city every year or whatever. I want to get on the game and play the game. I want to have to run a half marathon just to get to where I need to go. Team focus is attention on key points of interest around the city where players will notice multiple attention-grabbing new designs in the rec, Street Kings, Park, and more. Okay, Street Kings, all that stuff's back. Love grinding those modes. Rucker Park, oh, okay, something new. The Mecca of Street Basketball is coming to 2K27. Rucker Park, the legendary New York City court, has been recreated in-game, bringing iconic culture, history, and swagger to Street Kings. Okay, so it sounds like it's only in offline mode. So this year's pack MyCareer prelude story, Fire and Concrete, become a neighborhood hero and knock off Street King bosses. Huh. So the whole boss thing, to grind it was like interesting the first time, and then after you have to do it like the 30th time to get your badges, it's like, I can't stand Street Kings, but I loved it at first for sure. It's always fun like for the first like week or two or month-ish. So hopefully they added some new, I want to see some new characters in the Street Kings. Okay. More to come. They have a game reveal on August 18th, so we got quite a while. Yeah, I mean, in general the competitive, like, pro-am and rec scene, the badges are going to be interesting. Like, that many changing. I don't remember last. I'm going to be posting some, like, shorts and stuff on my channels about some of this stuff, too, if I get more information. But definitely these are the biggest two, in my opinion, that they came out with, news-wise. Really nothing else in general I don't think is very important or for the competitive scene aspect. So we'll see if like the cap breakers work the same way on the plus minuses. It clearly looks like that they just took the game. There's probably going to be a little bit of gameplay adjustments because the game this last year, from like the first day you played it to the last day, it was definitely a different game. I had a lot of different moments. So hopefully these new badges, it's fun to have new badges. I like that. The cap breakers, I like that they're making it just easier to utilize. I just hope they add that one thing in there, please. If they can make a quick hot fix and add that in, I think everybody would love that, because no one wants to say you have a legend badge and have to go back and regrind it. So, but that was my breakdown of the new NBA 2K27. That was my breakdown of the new NBA 2K27 gameplay and news. If you're a content creator, check out a link in the description below for a tool I use called Launch Lens. I can pretty much make any thumbnail for you really easily. I use it on this channel. A lot of other 2K players use it on their channels. So just check it out in the description. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.